prepare for your testimony?
I didn't need to prepare.
You need to prepare?
No.
So you didn't meet your private attorneys at all to discuss your testimony?
I don't need to.
I understand you don't meet. My question was different.
Cause for yes, sir.
Oh. Wait, say the question again, please.
You did not meet with your private attorneys who flew here with you in preparation for your testimony?
No, they just here to support me. But I don't need the prep. I don't need the prep.
It's not responsive. Everything after no is straight.
Okay. Now, yesterday, you testified that before the shooting, you had nothing but love for Rocky, right?
Correct.
And you said that if you said the word fuck to Rocky, it was with love, right?
I don't know what you mean by that. You gotta explain again.
No, I don't. I'll tell you your testimony. Go ahead. Take a look at the screen.
Text messages, I always still, like, how you say it, like, compliment you don't pick them up for the success. At the same time, like, you're doing bad. Okay. But then the same text messages, like, I never was like just straight out like, oh, fuck you. I never said fuck you, probably did, but it was like real wishy-washy in the sense like love, and I don't know, you know, but I never really got a response to that.
Okay. That was your testimony yesterday, right?
Yeah, but you can bring up the actual text message I'm talking about. We ain't gotta go back and forth.
All right, hold on. When anybody asks you a question, you lawyers, just answer the question. Don't volunteer something. If they want to flesh it out more, Mr. Lewin might want to do it, Mr. Tacopina might want to do it, then it's okay. But if you're asked a yes or no question, just the answer is either yes, no, I don't remember, or I don't know. Don't volunteer anything, right?
Can you say that again?
Say yes?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, did you hear your testimony?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And when you said, if I said fuck you, it was with love, right? That's what you just said.
I don't get what you're saying. Sorry.
What did you hear yourself just say?
I don't get what you're saying.
Here's my question. Here it comes. What did you hear yourself just say?
But what are you getting at? I don't get what you're saying.
Don't worry about what I'm getting at.
But explain it again.
Mr.
I'm
Ephron.
getting confused. I'm getting
All right,
confused.
just listen. He's asking you, did you hear your testimony?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? He's just asking you.
Did I say it? Did I say, I don't know. Can you explain the question?
Play it again.
Play it again.
No, I don't want to answer this question.
Listen to this again.
I know
Text messages, I always still, like, how you say it, like, compliment you don't pick them up for the success. At the same time, like, you're doing bad. Okay. But then the same text messages, like, I never was like just straight out like, oh, fuck you. I never said fuck you, probably did, but it was like real wishy-washy in the sense like love, like, I don't know, you know, but I never really got a response to that.
He just wants to ask you questions about what you said that you just saw.
Okay.
Was that truthful testimony?
Truthful, can you explain the question again? I don't know what I'm saying. Yes, I know it's I got
Did you just see yourself?
No, but you're not explaining the question.
Here's my question.
I see myself, but you're not explaining. So what I'm supposed to say is
Just
yes
be
or no
simple.
to.
Look, just listen. Did you
It's
see
not
yourself?
simple.
Did you see yourself? That's
I
it.
see myself.
Did you hear yourself?
I heard myself.
Was that truthful?
What's truthful?
What you just said?
That I love him or like we was cool? I don't know what you mean. I said a lot of things.
The part that you said, if I said fuck you, it was sort of wishy-washy with love, you know? That part.
Okay,
that
it's
truthful?
true.
True?
Yeah.
In fact, on September 18th, 2021, at 8:19 a.m., you text Rocky, fuck everything about you, fake ass gay nigga. Right?
Of course not.
Of course not? Okay. I'm going to show you a text message now. Take a look, Mr. Ephron.
What is it legitimate?
Yes.
All right,
And Relli,
hold on. This is defense C. C is in charge.
September 18th, 2021, 8:19 a.m. No matter how much a nigga tried you not charging, I think they're changing. Fuck everything about you, you fake ass nigga. I dead hate you. Sucker ass guy nigga, then you change guy again. Remember sending that message?
Bro, this is in 21.
I understand. Everything we're talking about here today is in 21. Every text message he showed you yesterday was in 21.
Yeah, but you asked me now, do I remember? You're not showing me nothing else that came into the text message, so I probably did write that. Is that for me?
That's for me.
Okay, that's cool.
That's cool. Okay. So was that wishy-washy with love when you wrote that?
I mean, you're not showing me the rest of the conversation, so I can't really.
Was that wishy-washy with love?
Yes.
That was wishy.
Yes.
Sucker ass gay nigga.
Yes.
That was with love.
Yes.
By the way, before we start talking about the events surrounding November 6th, 2021, which we will talk about, Mr. Ephron.
Can you pull up the rest of the text message?
Mr. Ephron, here's what we're going to do. I'll ask the questions. You're going to answer. Okay, if you can. Before we talk about the events of November 6th, 2021, which you spent 2 days testifying about, I'd like to talk a little bit about you and some of the things you testified to. Money is particularly important to you, Mr. Ephron, correct?
No.
It's not important to you.
I mean, you need it, but no.
Okay. In November 2021, you told people that you were a millionaire, correct?
What?
You do not understand my question.
I don't understand this. Yes, no, I don't know.
Which you got all three in there. Yes, no, I
I'm
don't.
talking about 21. I told somebody I do so much stuff. I don't know what's the contents of what you're talking about.
Okay, you know a guy named Wally?
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 Okay, so what? I'd probably say yes or no. I don't care. Like, what you just about?
You probably said yes, no, I don't care. That's your answer?
What is me being the? I don't get it. But no. Yes, no, I don't know.
Pick one. Pick one for the jury. Anyway.
I don't know. It's been so long. I can tell people whatever I want. If I'm a millionaire, not a millionaire, like what? I'm not a millionaire, but what does that got to do with this case?
Mr. Ephron, just answer the question. He asked you a yes or no question. Ask the question again.
But I don't want to get this right wrong. I don't know what is he.
Let me answer.
Listen to the question, and the answer is either going to be yes, no, or I don't know. I don't know. Ask the question.
In November 2021, did you tell Wally, to Jimmy, we know who he is, right? The ID guy?
Okay, yeah.
No. Did you tell him that you were a millionaire?
You gotta show me the. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
Go ask another question.
It's important to you that you portray a very lavish lifestyle of extreme wealth, right, Mr. Ephron?
No.
It's not. Okay. You told this jury yesterday that after this incident, you don't have a social media presence anymore.
That misstates the testimony.
Yeah, no.
You don't have social media presence
No,
anymore.
I don't.
Your username on Instagram is Relli Balls, right?
That is.
And on your Instagram profile is a featured story you call Lifestyle, right?
It is.
All right.
Wait, would you repeat the name is Relli what?
Relli Boss.
Boss.
Boss. Like you are, boss.
My lifestyle has nothing to do with this man.
I told you, don't volunteer anything. Just answer the questions.
And under the lifestyle features, the cover photo of the lifestyle feature in your Instagram is a thumbnail image of a private jet, right?
I think that was the jet I was on with Jabari, but yeah.
Okay. Again, going back to this because you just told this jury that portraying a lavish lifestyle of extreme wealth is not important to you.
I mean, it's not. There's so much other important things in life, but I mean, you need money.
Okay. There is on that lifestyle portion of your Instagram is several photos. I'm going to show you a few. One is defense, help me out?
The next in order, D is in David.
D. That's something you posted, right? You put it up.
Well, what is it?
Okay. It's a photo from his Instagram lifestyle. It's one of the seven.
Dated when?
Dated December, we'll get to the case, don't you worry, Mr. Ephron. December 29th, 2022. That's you posting a product jacket, right?
Okay.
Okay? And what you wrote there, if it ain't about money, ain't liking you.
No, it says Lincoln.
Ain't Lincoln?
Linkin.
My okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, why don't you show on my Instagram? I'm already getting death threats. People threatening my daughter. Like, what's going on here?
Who gave you that, Mr. Ephron?
The whole world.
The world threatened you? The whole world gave you
Because
that?
of what you're saying.
Because I'm asking you a question on your Instagram.
Because you're saying I'm extortionist and all of this, and you're putting my whole life on.
Nobody,
This is getting really annoying.
no one is calling you an extortionist.
You're
You're gonna
show,
get,
what
you're,
does this have to
Mr.
do
Ephron,
with the
you're gonna
kids?
get through a lot faster if you just answer the questions. If somebody asks an improper question, I won't allow it to go forward. If you're being asked a question that's lawful in a courtroom, just answer it. Even if it makes you mad, even if you don't see the point of it, just answer the questions as truthfully as you can, regardless of who asked. Please do that, okay? Yes?
Yes.
So what do you mean by if it ain't about money, I ain't linking you? What's that mean?
I don't know, it's a phrase.
And what did you mean by it? You posted, what does it mean?
Nothing.
How about this next one? This is defense, E?
He is an Edward.
E is an from your Instagram lifestyle. That's you, sir, in a Mercedes with the caption, "More funds is the focus right now." And that's June 5th, 2023.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
Mr. Ephron, I'm asking you a question. I'm not saying anything wrong.
Okay, what's up?
What do you mean by that? More funds is the focus right now.
I mean, trying to get successful. Like, what do you mean? I do private equity, I do a lot of things, but I don't understand these questions. Why am I answering questions about my Instagram?
Well, you talked a lot about your lifestyle yesterday, about your business, and right now you just mentioned private equity, which we'll get to, and how you earned your money, right? We're talking about that. So you just said you're creating a lavish lifestyle, it's not important to you. So I'm talking about some of the postings on your Instagram, like this next one.
But Instagram is a place of, like, I don't see how you basing me as a person off my Instagram.
Okay.
Let's take a 10-minute break.
You talking about my Instagram?
Explain to Mr. Ephron the various roles.
Unequivocally, do not mention the prosecution first. Here's a quote. On an objection, you overrule it. The prosecution accepts their witness committing perjury. It's improper, it's unethical, you said you're not going to tolerate it, and I object, and you make it clear to the jury that my objection you find annoying. It's very clear that the tone that we get when we make an objection that should be sustained is, what are you doing? That's what was said. You specifically...
Lower your voice and don't yell at me. I've told you before. I'll listen to what you say. Speak in a normal tone of voice.
Judge, we're doing the best we can to make sure that this trial is ethically conducted. They have repeatedly, I've objected, you told them it's improper. You've overruled repeated objections where they are saying improper things. He just said a moment ago, this is a direct quote, the prosecution accepts their witness committing perjury. I object. You respond, that's appropriate comment on the evidence. It is not appropriate comment on the evidence, Your Honor. I don't know, you didn't hear it?
I didn't hear that.
So, Judge,
What I heard, I could have been wrong, what I heard was that Mr. Tacopina was describing Relli as committing perjury.
Judge, that's a direct quote. The direct quote was, the prosecution accepts their witness committing perjury. Here's another one. Relli committed extortion. There is no legal...
Do you think the jury's going to ask for what the legal description of extortion is?
Your Honor.
Forcing someone to pay money, that is, quote, extortion.
No, Your Honor.
Forget, go on to something else.
Your Honor, I want to make my record. I mean, you're going to do what you're going to do, but I have a right to make my record. No lawyer can get up here, no lawyer can get up here and tell the jury that a crime has been committed when there is no instruction on that crime. When in fact, Your Honor, that's not the legal definition of extortion. We've objected, and the court again is basically telling me, don't worry about it, it doesn't matter. Your Honor, it does matter, and after a while, when there are so many of these things, they add up. And when the court is saying, well, what do they don't care about it?
No, I didn't say they don't care about it.
It seems, Your Honor, it's improper argument. And the problem is
I don't agree with you. I think using the word, quote, extortion to describe the conduct is not improper. I think it's fair comment on the evidence. You, in your rebuttal argument, you can say it wasn't extortion.
Your
You
Honor,
can address it.
Your Honor, the bigger issue, as I said, is the court was repeatedly told them, do not connect the prosecution to committing crime.
I'll tell you what, I didn't hear that. I'm going to ask Kathy for the exact quote. If that's what was said, I'm going to sustain your objection, and I will apologize for overruling.
Judge, can I respond, please, on that one issue? Not
Yeah.
everything else you said. What I said was, and I agree with what I said, but understand the context of it, okay? I didn't say this is more perfect. I didn't say it yesterday, I didn't say it today. The one thing I said, and it was fair comment, was the prosecution accepts their witness committed perjury. And what I mean by that is in regards to one thing, and it's indisputable, Your Honor. It was regarding Relli saying the tape was fake. The tape was fake. They got up, cross-examined Mr. Sajemi, did not ask him if the tape was fake or not. Okay? They then put up transcripts of that tape recording with attributions to Mr. Ephron. So that means by that, just by that very fact, they accept the fact that he committed perjury. I'm not saying they support it, but they accept that that witness committed perjury. They have to. There's no other way. Let me finish. There's no other way for them to move forward unless they say that wasn't perjury, but it was because he said that was fake. We know that wasn't fake. It was real. That was perjury. So by then moving forward with it, arguing that that tape is important for the prosecution, that Ephron said these things, that when they cross-examined Mr. Jemmy, that wasn't being a good friend to Ephron because he made a tape. All that is doing is, I didn't say it's subordinate, it's different. I would never say that, I didn't say it yesterday. What it is doing is accepting it, because they didn't say, you know, we have an issue with this witness, he's committed perjury. I said they accepted their witnesses committing perjury. That witness committing perjury on that one issue. That's fair comment, Your Honor. It's not inappropriate. It wasn't disparaging counsel. I didn't say Mr. Lewin. I just said they accepted, and that is true. That there's no other way around it.
It is not fair comment. It is completely unethical.
Oh,
I agree with you.
So, Your Honor,
I agree with you.
What's frightening is Mr. Takapina just stood up here and basically defended, said, yeah, I said it, but I can say it. He doesn't know or care about the law. That is clear. And Your Honor, when it's happened 25 times in this trial, with the hiding of evidence, with the late discovery, and with repeated, you told counsel before we started, do not disparage the other side. I said yesterday, you argue what you want about witnesses. You say a witness lied. You do not disparage counsel. You repeated it yesterday. He tried to explain how he didn't make mistakes yesterday, which he did. Now he gets up and he's now admitted, yes, I made that comment, here's why it's appropriate. Your Honor, it's not appropriate. It's completely unethical. It is immoral, and it's not professional. And again, Your Honor, the fact that he is getting up here saying, well, yeah, I said it, here's why, just demonstrates again, he doesn't know the law or doesn't care.
You're disparaging him right
I'm disparaging him because, Your Honor, he's not following the
There
rules
is not
of
to be
crime.
any disparaging of either side.
During argument, the jury's not here. I have every right, obligation, and duty to stand up here and point out when he was being unethical. The first time the court catches me being unethical, Your Honor, the court knows it. That'll be the first time. The court knows I don't do that.
Oh,
Court knows. Court's already made it.
I've heard enough from both of you. I missed the prosecution accepts their witness committing perjury. I don't think that's fair comment on the evidence. I think that's an improper statement. It infers that the prosecution is allowing perjury to occur. I'm going to sustain your objection, and I'm going to apologize for overruling it, and then move on. If I were the two of you, I would just move on and not make bring it to the jury's attention. I would point out, though, I told you at the beginning of arguments that if an objection is made, I'm going to do my best to call it as I see it. You have made 17 objections. I have overruled 12. I have sustained 5. I'm doing the best I can. I will continue to do the best I can, and that's all I can say.
I just want to put on the record that, these remarks about being unethical, I've just about had it with him. This from a lawyer who, and I was saying yesterday on it, this from a lawyer who asked in front of a jury for a stipulation that a shooting range was not in California, when either he knew it was in California or had no idea that it was in California. Okay? So he literally asked for a stipulation in front of a jury that he knew was not true or didn't know if it was true. And that's unethical. That's unethical. And this is a guy who, of the Ninth Circuit, just said lied to a jury in the Branford case.
Your Honor,
so
Your
I
Honor,
want to
Your
hear
Honor.
about him.
One more thing out of him, and we air everything that's happened in this case, which the court's aware of.
Stop it.
He might want to stop.
I'm so threatened.
You should be, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take a break.
You should be.
Don't tell the courts that told me I was a liar.
Hey!
Oh, yeah. I'm so scared of you.
Stop it!
State that the testimony you've been given, the cause nothing before this court, should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Thank you. Please take a seat on the witness stand right over there. And please adjust the microphone and tell us your first name. Tell us your name, then spell it for the record.
Terell Ephron, Terell Ephron.
Is this seat moved? No, it's stationary. Never mind. We'll try to speak into the microphone. All right, Mr. Brzlomek, the floor is yours.
Morning, or good afternoon. Do you know the man seated at the table in the tan jacket?
Yes.
What's his name?
Rakim
Mr. Mayor.
Mayers.
And do you know him by any other nicknames?
He's Rocky.
How did you first meet him?
In high school, we grew up together.
How old were you, do you think, when you first met him?
Probably like 17, 18.
When you first met him, was he a well-known, famous rapper?
No.
I want to jump ahead to November 6th, 2021, the date of this incident. Do you remember approximately, or do you remember how old you were that day?
Excuse me?
How old were you on the day that this happened? Do you remember?
Probably 33, 32.
Okay. Would it be fair to say you knew him about maybe 15 years at that point?
Yes.
Over the 15 years that you knew him, were the two of you friends?
Yeah.
Can you describe the closeness of your relationship to him?
The whole 15 years?
Yeah, over the course of your relationship, sort of how it started and then how close you were throughout the 15 years.
Well, I mean, we started a collective ASAP, which is bunch of, how would you call it, like a bunch of people from New York that got different down nerves.
It's okay. Just take a minute. Take a couple deep breaths. The relationship that you're describing in high school, were the two of you close friends? Like, would you see him every day, or was this sort of a friendship where you knew of him but didn't really know him?
No, we knew each other. We knew each other. We knew each other very well. I mean, it was probably like 6 or 7 of us. Probably like 4 of them was rappers.
Do you think you'd see him every day?
Up until he got famous, yeah.
Okay.
Like a little bit until he got famous.
How long do you think you knew him before? I know it's hard to peg down exactly when someone becomes famous, but about how long do you think you knew him before he became famous?
7 years. 7 years.
And over that 7 years, it was a regular occurrence that you would be with him almost every day, correct?
Yeah.
Would you describe him at that time, the beginning of your relationship, as someone that was like a brother to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you started to tell us about ASAP. What does ASAP stand for?
And it means a lot of different things, but what we strive to prosper.
Were you a member of ASAP?
Yes.
Within ASAP, did you have a nickname that you went by?
Yeah, really.
Was that something that started when you were in high school?
Yeah.
What year of high school, if you remember? Like, were you a junior, a senior?
Oh, it was like a senior.
Did you know someone by the name of Elijah Elang?
Yes.
Was he also a member of ASAP?
Yes.
Did he have a nickname that he went by in ASAP?
ASAP Bills.
I'm going to ask to mark my next exhibit.
10.
10. Do you recognize the person depicted here in People's 10?
Yeah.
And who is that?
Elijah.
Okay. Is it easier for you to refer to him as Elijah, Ills? How do you want to refer to him?
Bills.
Ills? Okay. Was he one of the kind of original members of ASAP?
Yeah.
How would you describe for the jury your relationship or your closeness with Elijah or Ills?
I mean, it was pretty good up until the incident.
Would you, up until the incident, would you have considered him a close friend of yours?
Yeah.
Was he someone that you would talk to on a regular basis?
Yeah, I talked to him the night before the incident. I was at his crib, his house actually.
Okay. Would it fair to say, kind of up until the day of that incident, you've known him maybe approximately 15 years too?
Yeah, just
Do you know someone by the name of Jamel Phillips?
yeah.
And is he also a member of ASAP?
Yeah.
What, if any, nicknames does he go by?
ASAP Rosie.
Remember my next exhibit?
Is anybody having trouble here? Everybody's okay? You're having some trouble?
Yeah.
Mr. Ephron, could you try to speak up a little bit,
Yeah.
please?
Finding our people's 11, Your Honor.
Yes. What is it?
It's a one-page document, a single photograph, depicting 2 people. Mr. Ephron, showing you the person on the left in this photograph. Do you recognize who that is?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Jamel, 12.
And kind of like the same question with Ills, what's the easiest way for you to refer to him?
I was never really that cool with him.
No, I mean, as we're talking about the different people involved in this, how do you want me to refer to him? Do you want me to call him 12? Do you want me to call him
Yeah.
Janelle?
12.
Okay, 12. And the person who's next to him in this photograph, Do you recognize that person?
Yeah, that's Rakim.
All right. You said regarding 12E that you were not as close to him, correct?
Is that yes?
Yes.
How would you put it in your own words, how would you describe your relationship with 12E prior to the incident?
I mean, there was never no problems, but I never wasn't that cool with him. Like, we really didn't interact that much.
Would you, if
He
you
wasn't
saw him
like a-
somewhere?
He came kind of like later, so like I really wasn't like chilling with him or chilling with anybody who came after the fact. It was ASAP.
Okay. So what you're describing is kind of you and the defendant and Ills had known each other longer, and then 12E came after that core group was formed.
Yeah, so me, Jabari, Ills, and Rocky pretty much started ASAP. And
Okay.
anybody else who came after, if they wasn't like genuinely like trying to better themselves or do something other than like fooling around, kind of distance myself.
Okay. Is that, you mentioned the name Jabari. Who's Jabari?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
What's his name?
Jabari. That's the name. ASAP Bari.
Okay. Does he have any other nicknames in your life?
Young Lord.
Would he also have been considered part of the ASAP collective that you described?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Within that collective of members of ASAP, were all the people that were members, were they all rappers?
No.
What were some of the other pursuits that members of ASAP would also pursue?
Fashion, producing, anything involved with like culture, really.
What, were you a rapper?
No.
What was your contribution to the group?
I was a manager. Not of ASAP, but I created my own company.
What was the name of your company?
Shut up.
And when you say you were a manager, what does that mean?
I was scout for talent, like I had producers, I had artists. I helped actual ASAP members with stuff.
So the managing that you're talking about is all related to the music industry,
Yes.
correct? And you're saying you would try to find people who are talented at different areas within music, like rapping or producing, correct?
Yeah.
And would you try to help get them projects?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
On November 6, 2021, that's, by the way, the date of the incident, correct?
What incident? The shooting?
What incident happened on November 6, 2021?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not saying what, like,
On November 6, 2021, your girlfriend, Lydia Parker, sent you a text message accusing you of being a fraud, correct? On that date.
Objection relevance, Your Honor.
no, I don't know.
Hold on.
It's also
Sustain. Sustain.
Motion to strike any answer on
The
the
answer's stricken.
Thank you.
Okay. Sir, on this topic, one last time. The height of your music career was in 2021, you told the jury. You were making money, you said, quote, I finally figured out how to make money. In 2021, did you make money from your music business? Yes or no?
I didn't make money, but I figured out how to make money
Okay.
within the music industry. And my artist was making money because it's their royalties. I could have made money, but it wasn't enough for me to even, I don't want that money.
Okay.
I'd rather get them a deal.
Okay. In 2021, did you make money from other businesses aside from the music business?
I don't recall.
You don't recall if you made money any other way?
I don't recall.
Did you have any other
I don't recall.
jobs? Did you have any other jobs in 2021?
Don't recall.
Okay. So it's your testimony, you don't know if you made any money in 2021?
I don't recall.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm going to move into an area now based on that answer.
Say again?
I'd like to move into an area now based on that answer. I think the law is more.
Our position is 352 and relevance.
I don't know what area you want to do. Why don't you come on up and tell me?
I don't recall.
Okay, well, who's Lydia Parker?
That's that's my girlfriend.
Does she go by the name of Gemma Jones?
I don't recall.
Well, does she have a website named Gemma Jones?
I don't recall.
Okay. Let me ask you this, did she text you a website of herself?
I don't recall.
Let me ask you a question, please, sir. Did she text you a website of herself entitled gemmajones.ch?
I don't recall.
Okay.
Objection,
No.
relevance, and
Just for the record. Overruled.
Right,
Right?
she,
Objection's overruled.
I'm just gonna refresh, have to refresh, please, recollection.
Fine. Do you want to show Mr. Ephron the document?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I've seen it from the record.
That's what you don't have to say, correct?
Just let me read.
I'm just correct. Is that your number?
That's my number.
Just take a look at this, and then take a look at that.
What am I looking at?
Right. Can you read that?
I don't know what I'm looking at.
This, right here.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you read it?
See yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir.
Did you show that to him to help him refresh his recollection?
I'm gonna ask him that question now.
But that was the purpose.
Yeah, that's the purpose. Okay. So having, seen that, does that refresh your recollection that Ms. Parker sent you a website named jimjones.com?
No, it doesn't.
Does not? Okay. How did Ms. Parker make her money?
Objection, relevance.
Okay. Do you, sir, or should I say in 2021, did you along with Ms. Parker make money in prostitution?
No.
Question was compound, that's referring to two people.
I can
So
do it.
it assumes a fact, not
It is a comment, just limit it, you can limit it down.
Sir, did you make money in the business of prostitution in 2021?
No.
And you've never seen that website, gemmajones.ch before?
Objection asked and answered. Said he doesn't remember.
Have you ever seen it, if you recall?
No, I don't recall.
All right. Okay, let's move on to
Got it,
a
Ron.
different topic.
Yeah, you got it. You invest in real estate?
I do.
And you made a down payment towards a luxury apartment building, new construction condominium in Miami?
Objection, Vegas to time, therefore.
Sure.
Sustained as
May,
to,
in May of 2023. Did you make a down payment towards a luxury apartment building and a new construction condominium in Miami?
I don't recall.
Okay, I'm gonna put up, and this is one of the 7, so to speak. I'm gonna put up, sure.
is this an exhibit?
Yes.
I don't know which one it is.
The next exhibit will be H as a parent.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna wait for John for a second.
All right, I've seen it. Thank you, Ron.
Okay, John?
Yes, thank you. I've seen it.
Guys, put it up, guys. That's, your Instagram I guess, post regarding investment property, correct?
Can I say that?
No, just, remember we talked about, just answer the question. Ask the question again, Mr.
Sure. Is that, first of all, is that your Instagram post?
I don't recall.
You don't recall if that's your Instagram
No, I don't recall.
post? So, how about the next one, guys?
Wait a minute.
It's one of
We don't want the index appearing where
Right.
the jury can see it.
Do you have another exhibit you want to show? Show the other exhibit, without an index.
Your Honor, can the jury be instructed?
No,
to
just
disregard-
stop.
You think they saw those 100 lines over there?
I don't want the two of you arguing. There are no speaking objections. We've got another exhibit up there. Go ahead and ask about it.
Okay, please take a look at that.
I don't recall.
You don't recall what? What don't you
I don't know what you want me to look at.
That's your Instagram page, Mr.
I don't know.
Ephron. You don't know if that's your Instagram
I
page?
don't know. I don't know. Next question.
I'm sorry.
You got another question?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Are you familiar with that building, the standard residence?
I don't recall. No.
You don't recall or no?
No.
No. So, is it your testimony that you didn't invest in that building?
I don't recall.
It says big investment moves at the standard residence.
I don't recall.
That's not your wording?
Your Honor, this has been asked and answered now.
No.
He says he doesn't recall anything about this, so we'll
I'm asking about the wording.
I don't recall.
Wait, hold on. The wording of,
That, the question on there, big investment moves at the standard residence. Is that your wording?
Question
I've
by
said it 3
foundation.
times. I don't recall.
stay, stop, ask another question.
Okay.
If you go on to another exhibit, if you have.
Okay. So what investment properties in Miami did you invest in?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
No.
It was only 2023.
I know. I don't remember.
So you invested it in a real estate property in Miami.
I
You
don't
remember which. Let me finish this back on, please. You invested in a real estate property in 2023 in Miami, and you don't remember which one it was?
That
I
assumes
don't
that-
remember.
That assumes the background and evidence.
That is correct.
You are.
He says he has no recollection.
You are. Excuse me. You first answered that you gave investment in real estate in Miami. That was the first thing before I showed you all these. So again, I'm going to ask you, which building did you
I
invest in?
don't recall.
You don't recall?
Yes.
How much did you invest in?
I don't recall, sir.
You don't recall?
I don't recall.
So you invested some unknown amount of money in some unknown building
I don't have a clue.
in 2023.
Don't have a clue.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about the events on and surrounding November 6, 2021.
Okay.
And when I say the events of November 6, 2021, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the shooting.
Oh, okay. It was your understanding, following this incident, well, which one? John Iman was Rocky's manager, right?
Correct.
Okay. And you text John a video of the shell casings on November 7th, 2021 at 12:04 a.m., right?
I texted him everything. I told him that your client shot at me.
My question was one.
I don't recall.
You don't recall? Okay. We're going to refresh your recollection.
Okay.
You guys have it? Or do we just put it up or?
Your Honor, at Mr. Jacobina's request, we are willing to stipulate the witness is being asked about the specific times of text. I'm not sure if he knows it exact time. We're willing to
Who's
stipulate.
he? You say he knows it, who's he?
The witness.
Mr. Ephron.
Yeah, so whether he knows the specific time, we're willing to stipulate What's the stipulation you like, Mr. Jackson? That
12:04 a.m. on November 7th, 2021.
Okay, so which one do you want? Trying to get stipulations, Your Honor.
So we have a stipulation, Your Honor.
Let me tell the jury what a stipulation
Okay.
is. Folks, a stipulation is another word for an agreement. So whatever the parties stipulate to, that issue is not before you, it's been proved. Whatever they stipulate to, that has been proven beyond a reasonable doubt. That's what a stipulation is. It's an agreement between both sides.
And also at 12:04 a.m., you sent a text to John claiming that Rocky shot at you, right?
I don't know, I'll have to see the thing, but yeah, sounds correct.
Okay. And again, that stipulation still stands, right, guys?
Well, why don't you two stipulate, tell the jury what you're stipulating to?
The time of 12:04 on November 7th, 2021. Same text, right?
4 minutes after you did that.
But the problem is, if you're asking him what he remembers, we'll stipulate to it.
Right.
Then if you then ask him afterwards, doesn't know the exact.
Right, you don't know the exact time, obviously, that you sent the message, right?
It was 3 years ago.
I understand. I'm saying you don't know the
No,
exact
no,
time.
no.
Right, okay. But we have a stipulation agreement that you sent it at 12:04 a.m. You sent him a text claiming that Rocky shot him, correct?
And so stipulated.
All right. And then you sent subsequently, 34 minutes later, you sent John a screenshot of your scraped fingers. Remember sending John that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And at that same time, again, guys, 12:38 a.m. on that same date, you sent John a message saying, "I'm getting itch." You remember that message?
Yeah, I'm getting itch. It was a typo.
Okay. All right. That's the message that you wrote to John was, "I'm getting itch," ITCH, right?
I don't really recall, but I think
Okay. We can show it to you. That's it. John has it. That's yours. Guys, this is the other side. Yeah. Sit there, Paul, just show me that.
Okay.
Wait, can you take 1 second?
Sure.
Guys, ask this question. I just wanna get it.
Okay, Mr. Ephron. So you saw that message, "I'm getting itch," that you sent to John, right?
Correct.
All right. At the preliminary hearing that we've heard about, this jury's already heard about from November 8th of 2023, you were asked about whether that message to John was you saying that you're getting rich instead of rich. Remember being asked those questions by me?
Well, the conversation,
Just call it a yes or no.
say it again?
Do you remember in the preliminary hearing in 2023, November 8th, to be exact, I asked you questions about whether that message, "I'm getting itch," was really meant to say, "I'm getting rich." Remember those questions?
Do you have page one?
Sure you are. It's page 145, lines 15 through 20.
15 through 20?
15 through 20, sir.
Fair enough.
Okay. Do you remember that question?
Can you say it again?
Sure. I asked you at the preliminary hearing whether you meant to type, "I'm getting rich," instead of itch. Do you remember me asking you that?
I really don't remember.
Okay. Or would you like me to put the transcript up, or should you want me to just read it?
Would it help you to read what was said at the preliminary hearing? Might that help you remember?
A lot was said, I just don't remember.
Would it help you to read?
Like what he just showed me?
Yes. Did you read it?
Yeah.
No. He's talking about the text message. He's talking about being shown the text message. What we're proposing is you read the transcript.
And that should be read to himself.
The transcript is sworn out.
No, the transcript is still, go ahead and show him the page from the transcript.
Okay.
Mr. Ephron is going to show you something, just read it yourself and see if that refreshes what you said, refreshes your memory as to what you said when you testified the last time on November the 8th of 2020.
Okay.
Let me just show you where, okay? Right here. Over here.
Thank you.
Yeah, Q, exactly.
What am I supposed to do? This is like me, your conversation?
It's your testimony at the preliminary hearing.
Yeah, I don't really remember that.
Okay, so, Your Honor, I'm gonna just read this, and I guess it is stipulation from Mr. Wu. That this was accurately read. Question, 145, line 15. Question to you, sir, was, and although you didn't make a police report about this incident until 2 days later, on November 8, 2021, you did send a text message on November 7th to Mr. Mayers' manager, John, at 2:38 p.m. saying, "I'm getting rich." Remember that?
We will stipulate that in fact, that is what was asked.
All right.
Yeah, that was it.
But Mr. Tacopina is entitled to let the jury know what it says.
Oh, he just asked me for a stipulation, so I'm telling him,
Oh, he did.
we'll stipulate.
I asked him.
All right, good. Well, glad you
Well,
told
we
me.
managed on that. Okay. Everything else, yes.
Good news.
And do you remember saying on 146 lines 7 to 8?
Follow up. Yeah, just wait, stop. What are you going to read from? Tacopina, what page are you on?
146, I'm getting old as hell tomorrow.
146.
146, line 7 to 8.
Okay, go ahead and hang on to this as long as he's asking the question. 146. Look at the lines. Read it to yourself.
Judge, Mr. Lou and I sort of figured this out. This might save a step here. I'm just going to read them and say, did you say that?
And I'm totally fine with that.
That's a little
So,
quick.
all right, so he doesn't have to refresh his memory.
This is going to help us.
All right. Read it.
All right. We get that, Mr. Ephron. I'm just going to read it to you.
All right.
Question. Your answer to that last question was line 7 to 8. What the fuck would I be getting rich off of? You remember saying that?
I don't remember, but I really don't remember.
I have a stipulation on it. You read accurately.
That was like a year ago.
So the stipulation is those are the questions asked and the words that are reflected in the transcript. Yes?
Even more than that, that is what was asked, and he answered that right here.
Okay. Then, a little further down, you said, continuing on, lines 12 through 14, fuck, shit, I'm getting mad. That was at your preliminary hearing when you asked about whether you said we're getting rich. Do you recall that?
Can you say that again?
Sure. You said, fuck, shit, I'm getting mad.
I don't remember that.
Okay. Well,
In what context? Like, what do you mean? Fuck shit, I'm getting mad?
when you asked about the word rich, text message you were confronted with.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Okay. So, when questioned about that word itch at the preliminary hearing, what you claimed is that you meant to write the word irritated. Is that right?
I don't recall.
Okay. Page 148 on 25 to 27. Well, Mr. Ephron, before I read that, let me withdraw that last question. What did you mean when you said I'm getting itch?
Well, when I was talking to his manager,
Yes, sir.
well, I was just showing his manager everything, and I think he took a while to hit me back. So I said, I think that's what I wrote, but in the trend, like that's what I meant to write was I'm being irritated. But then you said I'm getting rich, and that's when me and you started arguing at the preliminary hearing, like you was trying to get something out of me or something more out of me.
So you meant to write the word irritated.
When I first spoke to his manager, I don't remember what I wrote, but from what is there, yeah.
Well, you saw the word itch, right? You saw that message.
I mean, but you flipped it so many times. That was a fast moment. You can't make me go back and think like something that I don't really. I definitely won't write his manager in the context. If you show the whole text message, where would it make sense? I'm getting rich.
All right.
You're not showing the whole text message.
So-
You're just picking.
You saw these messages yesterday on your direct
I
testimony.
mean, if you
right?
want to pull up John's text messages, we can.
Okay, thank you, sir. So what you're saying to this jury is that you didn't mean to write that you were getting rich, right?
I don't recall.
Okay. You're not saying that you didn't mean to
I don't
write
recall,
it.
sir.
Just don't recall.
I don't recall.
Okay. So you may have been
I,
meaning you're writing to
I
get rich.
don't recall.
Okay.
If I said anything like that, I mean, I said anything. Anything I said after the shooting is lawsuit. It falls in my lawsuit. So
You what?
it falls in my lawsuit. Like a crime was committed, and then whatever I say after that's retaining money or anything that's compensating me was with my lawyers or anything else. I had lawyers present and everything else.
Well, you didn't have a lawyer at this point, did you? So,
When I spoke to John, I didn't need a lawyer. What I need a lawyer for if I didn't say I'm getting rich? And what does getting rich have to do with a man shooting me?
wait, huh?
I'm waiting. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what we got going on here.
You'd agree from the 1616 Visa Del Mar video. That's that video. The one that shows the whole struggle and all the fuzzy stuff, right? You'd agree that there is no evidence from that video of an actual gun being discharged, correct?
Correct, from that view by itself, no.
The sequence surveillance video that you put together overlaps video from the 1616 Visa Del Mar video with the audio from the 6200 Hollywood Boulevard video.
Correct.
All right. And that's the People's Exhibit 15, is that right?
It is.
15? Okay. And you did that, right? You basically overlapped the video from 1616 Visa Del Mar that had no audio, right?
Correct.
Okay. And the audio from 6200 Hollywood Boulevard.
Correct.
And you put them together. And you agree that the 1616 Visa Del Mar video, you just said this doesn't have any sound, but the video from 6200 Hollywood Boulevard does.
That's correct.
So you overlapped the videos from each location, trying to show when the shot would have occurred during the 1616 Visa Del Mar video.
Correct.
Okay. Of course, if the overlap detected is off, even by a fraction of a second, the shot would not have occurred during the precise moment shown on the overlap 1616 Visa Del Mar video, correct?
Correct.
All right. And with regard to the 6200 Hollywood Boulevard video, you extracted 3 sets of videos from 3 different cameras maintained by the business at that location.
Correct.
And it's been stipulated, you heard of that, we agreed
Yes, sir.
on something. It's been agreed that the date and timestamp on the 3 cameras from 6200 Hollywood Boulevard are approximately 2 to 3 minutes faster than actual time.
That's correct.
Okay. And the reason the cameras are approximately 2 to 3 minutes faster than actual time instead of the exact amount is because each camera's off from an actual time by a different amount.
Yes, sir, I mean, it's not unusual, we collect video.
Yes, it's unusual.
Okay.
I'm saying the reason that you're using a range of 2 to 3 minutes as opposed to 2 minutes and 4 seconds is because each of those cameras is off from actual time by a different amount.
Yes,
For instance, on camera 1, you hear the first shot at 10, 15, 53 seconds. Hold on before we play it. We have to mark this. This is a defense exhibit.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to see this states the stipulation.
Well, that's what? What's what there?
He's saying the video from 6200 Hollywood was off by 2 to 3 minutes. He's talking about the business, the parking lot entrance, and the
Laura, why
El Centro.
why don't you two confer? If I don't need to get involved, I don't want to get involved.
It's not 1, 2, 3.
So that's what it's on. Yeah, the 6200 Hollywood. You look at phone. The one that's off 2 to 3 minutes is this one.
Yes. Show the whole.
You guys stipulated it was action. I'm not yet. I'm not yet.
All right, quick question. Just procedurally, because sometimes I feel like I'm in like twilight zone. The exhibit 39, I cannot object. It was displayed to the jury before it was put in evidence. Is that procedurally how we do this here? I mean, this was put on
That
the
says
easel.
6 photos.
Yeah, no, I know, but they were displayed to the jury before the witness identified them, before they were entered. Is that, I'm getting an object, right? So I've waived any objection, I'm objecting, I'm asking procedurally, is that okay? I'm not making an objection, all right?
Is what
Sure.
okay?
39, exhibit 39, for example, these. They will put up on the screen, whatever it is, any exhibit, doesn't matter what it is, right? This. They will put up on the screen before they were shown to the witness, they were just put up on the screen.
Weren't they shown to Detective Flores while he was on the stand?
No, they were shown to detect floors like this, so the whole jury saw them also. Again, I didn't object. They're not controversial.
What's the problem?
I don't know what's the problem.
It's a question. Can we do this too?
Yes.
Wait. First of all, not only did I show them to counsel immediately before I put them up, I showed them I showed them to Mr. Takapina, Mr. Siegel, and the defendant himself to make sure
You did
they
very
didn't have
nice.
anything in
No,
there.
you both can't speak at the same time.
Well, to get him John, I'm not arguing.
Just to make sure there was nothing in there that he found, too private to
Okay,
share.
what
So what I'm
kind-
saying is, I previewed this for them well in advance, so they can make any objections they want.
But I maybe didn't get a part where I'm not complaining and I didn't object. I'm asking a procedural question.
Just show him the photos first.
Okay, that's a joke first, and then I just throw them up. here, even though the witness has identified him.
You can put them up there and then ask who you can ask, detective?
Now, one of my, hypothetically, I don't even know if you are. One of my witnesses, right, say, have a photo of one of my witnesses.
If it's not an objectionable exhibit, and a witness is on the stand who can establish a foundation
I can
for
put it right
it,
up.
then you can put it up.
Okay, so I showed it to them. Obviously, if they see a birthday or tell me you have a problem, then I can just do that. And that's what I was asking. In New York, if I did that, I'd get remanded. You know,
If you did what?
show an exhibit publicly to the jury before it was entered. Literally. That's what I was asking.
Well,
You guys are really California mellow out
we're
here.
a long way from New York.
Yeah, you are.
All right, anything else?
No.
May I say something on the record? Usually my house is not usually that junky. I just want y'all to know that. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah, it was cool. Thank you, and thank you, Lieutenant.
That puts a whole new light on the case. All right, we'll see everybody at Has reached verdicts on counts 1 and 2, and I believe the judicial assistant Alex has confirmed that. Yes.
We were told they had a verdict, Your Honor. That's correct.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're on the record with all jurors present, all parties of counsel are present. Juror 9, you are the foreperson?
Yes.
And it is true that the jury has reached verdicts
Yes, Your
on
Honor.
both counts?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you have the verdict form with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, could you give those to Deputy Bennett? All right, what we're going to do, folks, is Deputy Bennett is going to give the verdict forms to juror number 1. Juror number 1, I want you to look at the verdict forms, and I'm going to want to know whether these verdict forms reflect your true and correct verdicts. Juror 2, I'd like you to look over her shoulder so you can review the verdict forms. And I want to know from you whether these are your true and correct verdicts. Once I've heard from both of you, give the verdict forms to juror number 3. Juror 3, look at the verdict forms. Juror 4, look over her shoulder. So ultimately, I'm going to want to hear from all 12 of you whether these verdict forms reflect your individual true and correct verdicts. Everybody understand? All right. Deputy Bennett, these two are Juror number 1, are those your true and correct verdicts? Juror number 2?
Yes.
Juror 3 and 4?
Yes.
Juror 5 and 6? Juror 5, are those your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 6?
Yes.
All right, let's get the verdict forms to juror 7. Juror 8, look over your shoulder. Juror number 7, those are your true and correct verdicts? Juror 7?
Yes.
Juror 8?
Yes.
9 and 10? Juror 9?
Yes.
Juror 10?
Yes.
11 and 12. Juror 11?
Yes.
Juror 12?
Yes.
All right, all jurors have stated that the verdict forms reflect their individual true and correct verdict. Alex, read the verdict.
Yes, Your Honor. The Los Angeles Superior Court, County of Los Angeles. People of the State of California versus Rakim Mayers, case number BA 508142-01. We, the jury in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Rakim Mayers, not guilty of the
Now get the audience. Or nice audience.
Hold it down, hold it down. Verdict has to be read on count.
Yes, sir. Repeat again. We, the jury, above entitled action, find the defendant, Rakim Mayers, not guilty of the semi-automatic firearm in violation of Penal Code Section 245, Section B, a felony. It's charged in count 1 of the information. This 18th day of February 2025, jury seat number 9, 4-person.
All right.
Title of court and cause. We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Rakim Mayers, not guilty of the crime of assault with a firearm in violation of Penal Code Section 245, Section B, a felony. As charged in count 2 of the information. This 18th day of February 2025, juror seat number 9, 4-person.
During this trial, I watched you periodically. You did what we asked of you at the very beginning, which is to give both sides a fair trial, pay attention, use your common sense, apply the law, and base your verdict on the evidence. I know you took extensive notes, and you took this as seriously as any jury could. We cannot have jury trials without folks like you. So you certainly have my gratitude. I want to extend to you my best wishes. Again, thank you. The admonition to not discuss the case no longer applies. You can talk about the case with anybody you want to, or nobody if you don't want to. Alex has your certificates of completion. You can take your juror badges with you. Thank you again. You are excused.
Everybody remain seated in the public. We're going to let the jurors walk out first.
Thank y'all for saving my life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the right decision. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. All right, the jury is left, the bond is exonerated. Mr. Mayers, you're excused.
Back row.
It's done. Yeah. No, just got off the bench. Off, but turn it off.
Everybody in the back row, you need to exit.
What was that scary thing I did? Read it.